Hey guys, Horror Man back for another review. So today we're going to go ahead and take a look at the brand new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon version of Karai. Now this version is the new human version as opposed to that goofy looking serpent figure that came out recently. This was highly requested by fans who were pretty disappointed with the lack of a human Karai figure. So been a little tough to find, but I finally got my hands on one, so let's go ahead and check it out. So you can see it's in that same packaging that all of them are in, and I gotta be honest with you, I hate this packaging. I really like the classic Turtles from like the 80s and 90s where you had little pictures and stuff of the character. Instead we just get the Turtles on every single one, so it's kind of cheap and lame, but it does go with all the other ones that they have. You can see right here, she does have a removable mask. I like that little picture right here, and you can see the mask. She does come with one sword and a sheath that's on her back. And then it says, Tanto Sword Master. And on the back you can see a brief bio. And then you can see some of the other figures in the line. Now most of these are representing the newer series, so you really don't see a lot of the old characters on here like Shredder. So yeah, these are just, I guess, just hand-picked of some of the newer ones. And you don't see the serpent one on the back either. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this out of the package and get a closer look. Alright, so here she is out of the packaging, and she's so little and skinny. I actually really like this figure. It's got a really good likeness. I think the paint's really good considering Playmates is generally kind of lacking in the paint. So let's get a little close-up of the head sculpt. Alright, so checking out that head sculpt, I'm pretty impressed by it actually. You can see I've added the mask on here just to give you a better idea of how it fits, and it fits pretty good. You can see a little bit of the bottom part here. The top just kind of goes underneath the little kind of bangs on the side. I'm not sure what you call that, but it goes right underneath those. You can see they definitely painted the eyes and the little makeup right over top of the eyebrow, and you can see the little wings on her eye, I guess eye makeup, and her eyebrows, really well done. And then you can see her signature like blonde highlights underneath her hair. Alright, and then you could just easily take off the mask, and then you could see she got the red lips. So yeah, pretty good head sculpt on her. And just looking at the rest of the figure, you can see she's got these nice like silver or maybe gunmetal accents on here to show the armor, just like kind of like the Shredder's armor. It's got those like wavy lines in it. You can see she's got the gauntlets. And then this sheath is non-removable from what I can tell. And I'm definitely not going to force it off. But of course the sword is removable. And then you can see the sash is painted and a little white symbol on here. I think that's a symbol or some kind of stitching. I can't remember. And you can see again the armor on the legs. I do hate this like item code number. I think that was poorly done. I don't know why they do that. So yeah, pretty good likeness. And then just looking at this sword accessory, they did, you know, paint the handle, and you can see a little bit of the grip on there. So at least it's not just a piece of gray plastic. And the articulation is actually pretty good on her. The head could have been better as far as articulation. It's a little tight. But she can look a pretty good amount up and a decent amount down. I can't really, yeah, I can get her to cock her head just a little bit. So, I mean, I guess the articulation is pretty good on this head. She can't really look down too far, but it's just really tight, so you just have to kind of loosen that up. The arms can go all the way out, all the way down, and then, you know, all around. There's no elbow articulation, which is probably a good call because it's so skinny. But yeah, so you can definitely still get some good poses with these arms. The waist has a cut. No ab crunch, just that waist swivel. The legs can go all the way out, which is good, so you could do those high kicks. And there actually is a knee bend, which is not on all the Turtles figures. And then she doesn't have much of anything at the ankle either. But I really do like that knee cut. But I mean, for the most part, this is definitely more than you would expect. You can see you can get her in a nice two-handed pose with the sword, which is really nice. So yeah, she doesn't have elbow articulation, but looks great with the sword. And again, the mask detail is pretty good. I mean, it's just a little black mask, but you can see a little bit of detail on here. So when you go ahead and plug that in, you just have these little tabs on the side here. And then you just have to get that in just underneath her bangs. And again, it fits on there nice and snug and looks really cool. May not fit perfect. You might have to just kind of lift these bangs just a little bit, and it fits just a little bit better. So really cool. I'm very happy that they included that mask, since she definitely wore a decent amount in the cartoon, and she'll look really cool next to Shredder with that. She is next to some of the other Playmates Ninja Turtles, and you can see they do all about fit the same scale. So it's like a 5-inch scale. Alright, and here she is next to the NECA versions of the Turtles. You have the Raphael from the Mirage comics, and then the NES Shredder. Now these guys are in more of like a 6-inch or so scale, not quite 7-inch, so they're definitely out of scale. So yeah, big difference between these. And for the final comparison, here she is next to the original Raphael from the 80s, and then the Classics Playmates Toys version of him, so you can see they're all on a different scale. Alright, so that's my review. Overall, it's definitely a really cool figure. I definitely would highly recommend this for anybody that's been collecting this line, or they might just be, you know, casual Turtles fan. This is definitely one of the more popular characters that have been requested from the line. It's taken a few years to make it, so I'm sure a lot of people will be pretty happy that this was made. The articulation was good. You know, it's kind of surprising for a figure this small and from this line. And again, I really like the paint. I think, you know, looking at the picture that's on the back of this card, I mean, I don't see any paint details that were missed, which is kind of shocking, because Playmates generally misses a lot of the accents and different detailing that goes into some of the other figures. You know, this is actually scaled really well. She's supposed to be pretty young, so when you put Shredder, which is her quote-unquote father, next to her, you can see that he stands pretty well in scale with her. And I do like the similarities in the armor, so they'll go real well next to each other. So, yeah, thanks for watching the review. Please subscribe, leave a comment, question, and until next time, guys, see ya.